Donald Trump just did the impossible. He turned an ordinary election week into a Democratic landslide. Voters across the country didn't just reject the GOP, they sent a message straight to Mar-a-Lago. Enough. Because the truth is, Trump wasn't just on the ballot, he was the ballot. And Democrats cleaned house because of it. Record turnout, blue waves in deep red territory, and historic wins in Georgia and Mississippi, all powered by one thing: Donald Trump's chaos. Now, after losing big, Trump tried to spin the story, but his excuse only made him look more desperate.
Trump wasn't on the ballot and shutdown were the two reasons that Republicans lost elections tonight, according to the pollsters.
So there it is, Trump's official statement, "Don't blame me." But here's what the data really showed. In states like Virginia, New Jersey, and even parts of California, voters said Trump was absolutely a factor in how they voted. In other words, he was the reason many independents and moderates broke blue. And the few places where he wasn't a factor, like New York City, were decided by local issues, not ideology. So when you strip away the excuses, the pattern is obvious. Trump's presence drove Democrats to the polls like never before. And instead of learning from it, he did what he always does: doubled down on delusion. The one Republican who managed to win did it by focusing on affordability, tackling the real cost of living issues Americans care about. But within hours, Trump hijacked that same word like it was his own invention.
We do a great job, and you don't talk about it. And I don't think they talk about it enough. You know, they have this new word called affordability, and they don't talk about it enough. The Democrats did, and the Democrats make it up.
You heard that right. According to Trump, Democrats made up the word affordability. And then, in the same breath, he tried to take credit for lowering costs, even as grocery prices, rent, and utilities continue to hammer working families. But Trump wasn't done embarrassing himself, because minutes later, he delivered one of the most politically disastrous lines of his career.
You look at 25% reduction in costs for Thanksgiving between Biden and me, meaning this administration. That's a tremendous number. It's the biggest reduction in cost in the history of that chart, or whatever it is they do. They do a synopsis of everything. They cover every element of Thanksgiving meals. 25% down. So I don't want to hear about the affordability, because right now we're much less.
I don't want to hear about affordability. That single sentence is going to haunt him and the Republican Party for years, because it's not just a gaffe, it's a confession. It tells every American family struggling to buy groceries or pay rent exactly what Trump really thinks about them. He doesn't care. And the internet caught on instantly.
Trump saying, "I don't want to hear about affordability," is a real gift. Usually, he exists outside of the realm and logic of gaffes, but that one is going to get a lot of play.
Progressive commentators and Democratic strategists lit up social media. Harry Sisson wrote that Trump just lied about prices and then said he doesn't want to hear about affordability, calling it the ultimate sign of disconnect from everyday Americans. And strategist Aaron Fritchner nailed it. "I don't want to hear about affordability" is coming to an ad near you. You can take that to the bank. Because that line sums up the entire Republican economic philosophy. When Democrats fight to raise wages, expand healthcare, and protect food assistance, Republicans mock them for it. When Democrats push for tax fairness, Republicans call it socialism. And now Trump himself says it out loud. He doesn't even want to hear about affordability. So yes, this week was historic. Not just because Democrats flipped red seats or shattered turnout records, but because Donald Trump handed them their message for 2026 on a silver platter. The man who destroyed working-class security just told voters to stop complaining about it. And that's not strategy. That's political suicide. So when campaign ads start rolling next year, don't be surprised if you hear that line again. Because while Trump tries to silence the conversation, Democrats will be shouting it from every screen in America. He doesn't want to hear about affordability, but we do. Thanks for watching. Make sure to follow the channel, turn on notifications, and drop a comment below. Do you think Trump's words just guaranteed another blue wave? Let's make sure they do.